I'm on the line to Nascent. He's a producer from Chicago, but you're based in LA right now.
Yep.
Okay, great. Because I had to do my research. I was like, is he from LA or is he,
Hell no. I'm from the crib, man. Chicago.
Sick.
You know, West Side.
Born and raised, yeah?
Born and raised in the crib, yeah. Born and raised in Chicago.
Yeah.
I moved out here a couple years ago. You know
I'm really loving the sounds that are coming from Chicago right now. Like, I think that's my favorites.
For real? Who's your favorite right now in Chicago?
SZA, for like facts.
Oh, yeah.
SZA, it's like, I was saying to someone the other day that I think SZA's like in my top 5 already. And I don't know if it's premature, but I feel like he can be there. It's fine.
No. It's perfect. You got him right there. Yeah. He's on my top 5 too. Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Sure.
After listening to Care For Me, I was like, yep, I'm sold for sure.
Yeah, that was a beautiful, beautiful project.
Yeah, facts. And you know what? I think like on a relatable type vibe, that album hit me more than an album has hit me in years.
Yeah, it's very raw.
Yeah,
and,
it's beautiful.
If you follow the story, it's beautiful. Yeah, no, it is.
It is, for real.
He did that. He transmuted that,
Yeah, that pain into art, exactly.
Into art, into a beautiful piece of art, piece of work.
Like, for me, my twin brother got killed. He got stabbed as well. So obviously, John Walt got killed and stabbed. So I think the things that he's saying in the album, it just feels too relatable. It's crazy. So yeah, he's definitely my favorite. I love SZA.
Yeah, I love SZA. I met SZA, I think maybe like 8 years ago. And then I kind of knew. I mean, he's going to be...
Yeah.
He's special. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he is. But I was reading up about you a lot, and I read about this trip to New York that you took, and you was meant to be working with artists, and then they flaked on you. You ended up making music with G Unit and 50 Cent.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Crazy. That shit. Yo, honestly, like in hindsight, like people need to front on you.
Yeah,
so you can because you got to be able to think on your feet and like just you have to like. And that was literally like the biggest, like, it changed my life, like that trip.
Yeah.
Because, I had set the bar like over here and the shit was all over here. And I was like, it was just a lesson that I learned in real time,
Yeah. That must have been mad. Yeah. Like, imagine you were sitting in the airport ready to go home and just like, let me just try my luck.
Yeah, I was at a Starbucks charging my phone. And I was killing time because I had I was killing time to go to the airport, and that's when I like was online and I saw this video and I was like, bruh, like, nah, I'm gonna go over there, like, fuck it, let's go. So I just did. I just walked over there and made it shit happen. Mm-hmm.
Sick. And now you're creating big boy bangers. Like, even just let's talk about
big boy bangers.
Big boy bangers. Let's talk about Good Days. So you produced on Good Days, SZA's track.
I produced on Good Days with Los and Carter. Yeah, that one came about. That one is a rare moment when like, because producers will make beats and be like, yo, this is like Kendrick would sound crazy on this, and then he might, because maybe he already did that already and he's trying to do, or whoever. This was like that rare time where I actually was like, yo, SZA's gonna fuck with this.
Yeah.
So I said it to Carter and that was it. He added some shit and gave it to her, and that was it. Yeah. I made that beat to a voice memo. It was a voice memo at first. Yeah.
We're gonna talk about voicemails and voice memos in a bit anyway, because the album, the way it starts, it's like, is this real? All right. So you have an album.
Yeah.
You have an album called Minus the Ball. I'm not gonna say ball. I want to say it.
Oh, we can't swear on here, right?
We can't really, but I usually cut out. Curse, yeah. Yeah, we're not, or we are.
Minus the bull bleep.
Minus the bull bleep, life's great, cool. Yeah. All right, so this is a 13-track album.
Yeah.
And at the beginning, you have a voicemail of... Is it you that's getting fired from wherever you work?
Yeah, everything's me. I mean, everything's to me. Yeah, so
tragic.
And this is it's a real voicemail from the last job I ever had, which was in March of 2014.
Yeah.
And I was working at this warehouse, and I was delivering like, the windshield glass. So your car gets like, your windshield breaks, you call this company and they'll come and fix it for you. So I would deliver this windshield from Chicago to, there's a little town in Illinois called Champaign, Illinois.
Okay.
And that's where like the University of Illinois is at. So it's like a college town. It was like 3 hours, like 2.5, 3 hours away. So I would drive every day there and back. And it was tight because I would just be driving, listening to beats, listening to like audiobooks on the phone with my friends. Like nobody was on my case. But I remember this one time, I only worked there for like 6 months. I remember this one time I got caught in this really, really bad, like it was a really bad blizzard.
Yeah.
And I remember before I left, I was like, yo, bruh, don't send me out there because it's really bad. He's like, nah, you good, you be straight. Bruh,
They didn't
sent
care
me
about you
out and
at
I'm
all.
like, they didn't give a fuck. And I was like, I didn't give you a sorry.
It's fine.
They
It's
didn't care.
fine.
So then I'm like, so when I'm driving, I said, oh no, this is cap. I said, bro, I'm never working here again. I said, they don't care, but I was mad. And I ended up going, and I remember I was really cool with the guys that worked over there. So I told them, like, yo, man, today's my last day. They're like, for real? I'm like, yeah, man, I'm done. I'm moving to LA. And like, oh, man, cool, all right. So when I went back, I dropped everything off. I didn't say nothing. 3 days later, I moved to LA because my boy, Fade, favorite boy, Fade, he had invited me out to come work with BB Borelli.
Oh,
So,
yeah,
yo,
I love
come work with BB.
Great.
He's like, yeah, she's amazing. He's like, yo, I got this girl, you should come out and work with her, just stay on my couch. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I'm gonna just, like, that's all I needed. You know what I mean? So I just remember the next day, like 2-3 days later, I left. And I got that voicemail the day before I moved, and I was tight. And I was like, yo, he really came for me. But in hindsight, I was a head ass for that, not calling. But I just felt so like, yo, man, they did me dirty. They did me bogus. So I'm like, I'm just not gonna show up.
They were really like, don't apply for any other jobs anywhere else because
he said, hey,
we
man,
blacklisted you.
He said, yo, I know you're moving to California. He's like, don't even try. Don't even bother.
They really tried to get you. They didn't think you was gonna make it. They said, nah, you ain't making it as no producer. You're gonna need this job.
Yeah, I know, man. But like, I always had a job since I was 16 because
I
always wanted to invest back into what I was doing. So even me going to New York when I went to go, link up with DJ Slay and it never happened. That was me working at Finish Line, like a shoe store.
Okay,
like a Foot Locker, and I was working there, and I had a grocery store job, so I would save my money, and I had to pay for all my trips, my hotel, whatever, all the expenses that come with it.
Yeah.
So I always make sure I had some money coming in, because like I'm like, shit, being broke is never gonna be cool. So like I gotta, you know what I mean? I gotta get it right.
I hear it. That's pretty much exactly what I stay on, because I can't do having no money in my pocket. That I can't.
Nah, and on top of that, and then especially like the environments that we come from, like you can get money, but you're compromising your, a lot of things by doing that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I can't do nothing in jail, bro. I can't make beats in jail. I'm chilling, so I'm gonna just do this.
Facts.
Yeah.
But no, it's a nice touch to the album, and I feel like the beat behind it is so beautiful, which is like it's kind of like an oxymoron.
And I'm glad you said that, because that's literally what I wanted to do. Is like the juxtaposition. It's like if you take the voicemail out, it's a beautiful string arrangement, and you got BJ, the Chicago kid, doing backgrounds. It's just like real beautiful, and that's kind of like with this, like with the title, and like if you like, sometimes we focus on like, oh, today maybe I got a flat tire, and like, man, this day was trash. But really, if you take that one thing that happened, you had a good, like, it was decent. You know what I mean? It was a cool day. The same thing with this. It was like I just like doing that. You know what I mean? I love putting opposites. That's tight.
That's nice. All right. So when you decided to make this tape, where did you start? Like, for me, obviously,
I started
with with artists, it's like, all right, cool, I'm gonna start writing music, or I'm just gonna listen to some beats. But with a producer, is it, all right, cool, let's just get in the studio with loads of artists, or is it, I've got loads of beats, where do we go? Let's start making these into a tape.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. I think that I intentionally, like, I just like me, I just like usually tend to get in with artists early, because that to me that's the fun part, like finding a new artist and like building it up. But I had all these like relationships, and also just like ideas and beats. I was like, I always had it in the back of my mind, but I was just trying to become a better producer, me.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to, like, I'm like, if I do it, I want to do it. I want to make sure I'm ready for it. And and it really happened, I want to say 2019. That's when I'm like, all right, I gotta do this. I gotta make this project. Yeah. So like, and I just seen what I had so far, and I'm like, all right, cool, I could build with this. So I had like I had Forever with Orion's Son, and I had Bottom Dollar already, and I had just them two songs. I was like, I'm gonna build off of this.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it just kind of like it took a life of its own.
How long did it take you to create the whole thing then?
Let's see, August of 2019 to May of 2020. No, when did I start? I dropped about a year and a half.
Okay, cool. Makes sense.
About maybe because I dropped the first single in August of 2020.
Yeah.
But I already made a song. Yeah, so about like we'll say a year. Just like a year of just of me putting in work. Yeah, for sure.
Sick.
About a year.
What would you say is the instrument, like the inspiration behind the whole tape?
The whole tape, man, it was like it was just a lot of things that happened leading right in 2019. Like it was a lot of loss. You know what I mean? It was a lot of it was like I went through like my first heartbreak, and then I went through like two heartbreaks in one, connected in the same thing. But it was like, you know, and then
2019.
And I
went through my first heartbreak in 2019 too.
Yeah, man.
It sucks, man.
and I was like, damn, this is how it feels. I'm like, fuck, man, this is trash.
Facts.
I'm like, this is trash.
Facts.
But and then in between like it was two heartbreaks and two different things that, you know, was one thing. But then one of my best friends that I came up with was murdered.
Oh,
and then
so
and then my other brother got he got picked up by the feds, so he's he's incarcerated right now. But they happened just like boom, 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 and I was like, yo, I'm like, this is coming at me like, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, I tend not to even drown in that, so I just had to like lean on something. You know what I mean? I had to transmute it.
Yeah, which makes perfect sense.
You know what
it's called what it's called.
Minus, because it's like, yo, it comes with it. You know what I mean? And that's why that's what inspired it.
Okay, so what was one of the hardest things about creating this tape? What was like one of the biggest challenges?
The biggest challenge is if I would be very transparent and honest, it's dealing with major labels. They try to get in clearance.
You got all these artists on there, and they're like, "Yo,"
and they're not all major artists. There's one, and it's just like these major labels. They try to bully you and to think that you don't know your worth, and to think that because something is a standard, that okay, well, if it's a standard, then that means I got to do it. But just because something is a standard doesn't mean it's right.
Yeah, I heard that.
You know what I'm saying? And these major labels, they exploit Black artists. And
facts.
And if we keep giving into these standards, that means that they're going to maintain leverage and power, which in return, they're going to keep giving you what they want to give. Yeah. So we had to reclaim that and change the game up.
100%.
And change it, and so that and apply pressure so that they can start giving better deals. You know what I mean? So it's like I can't preach independence and then behind the scenes be on some major label stuff. You feel what I'm saying?
Hear you. Yeah.
So I'm like, nah. So it's like that's the biggest challenge because they think they can, but they're not gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, B.
Nah, we ain't going for none of that. Nah.
I love that.
You know
No, I get it though. Yeah. I've heard some stories as well about these labels. It's a bit techie, innit? But okay, cool. That's the challenge. What was the best bit about creating this tape?
Being able to let that whatever pain, all that.
Yeah.
Everything, and then just pain, just like all the lessons, making music with my friends, stepping back and seeing this world that, you know, you're creating. And that was like very important for me, is to be intentional with like the video and the videos that are coming out, the artwork, the music, the merch is dropping.
Oh, sick. Like
it's all within this world. And, you know, and people gonna know, they gonna see it.
Yeah. I'm excited for you. I'm really excited. All right. So what's your favorite, what's your favorite song on there?
Damn.
You're like, they're all my babies, man. How am I gonna pick?
It's like, yo, it's like I love it. It do because I love it. Because I love the intro. I love the intro so much.
The intro is special.
And then I love and I love Il Camille's verse on the last song. She
Yeah.
she has my favorite verse on the oh yeah, easily she has my favorite verse. Il
Yeah.
Camille has my favorite verse, and then but then like straightforward. I love straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lock It Up is a little bop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I love Lock It Up. Do you know what? Lock It Up, yeah. I'm just so grateful that you was able to bring Duckworth and SZA together on a track like this, because I feel like those two are my favorites right now, and I'll just be banging them. And I'll be listening to them like, this makes perfect sense. Why has it not happened? And now it's happened, and it's out there to the world.
Yeah,
and there's a video. It's I can only thank you.
Oh, I can only thank you. Did you like the video?
I love the video.
That's that. Yeah, no, it was everybody keeping together, and it was definitely like a family. Like everybody that did the project, we're all friends.
Yeah,
we all hang out. Yeah. So it's like maybe that's why it came out the way it did, and you know what I'm saying. And also just Duck being like, me and Duck linked up last year we linked up at the beginning before the pandemic, and we made Super Bounce. So
you made Super Bounce.
Yeah.
I didn't know you made Super Bounce. If I knew you made Super Bounce, I would have had so much more questions.
Yeah, I made Super Bounce.
You know how much I love Super Bounce? Oh my gosh.
I fuck with that reaction. I like the reaction because it'd be like that. It'd be like, yo, you did, I don't know, you did this, yeah, did that. Like,
it makes sense now. It actually sounds like you. Oh gosh.
Yeah. Both those beats I produced with my homie B Butcher, who's from the UK too.
Super Bounce is my favorite song on that tape as well.
Yeah. Oh shit. Thank you. No, that was literally the first time I met Duck, and the first beat. Like he just told me he wanted like something psychedelic, and I was like, I bet. And I'm like, yeah. And I made that beat like maybe like 3 days before that, and he's like instantly just like he just wrote to it. I just left. I'm like, all right, cool, you got it. I'm out. Like,
you know what? Yeah, I feel like your music gives me like really, I don't know what era it would be, but like very lo-fi, but mixed with like maybe 70s, a little bit of like you'll have funk elements in there.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. But
no, you got it on point. I mean, I want to be nostalgic, but I also want to be like not dated. So that's why Super Bounce is like has that feel you talking about.
Yeah.
The drums is like awesome. It's
exactly.
It's like awesome, you know what I mean? Yeah. So if you can combine them worlds and figure it out, that's how you make timeless stuff.
It's lovely.
It won't sound dated. Yeah.
Absolutely lovely. Oh wow. I'm even more excited now.
Thank you.
So how are you feeling about the response to Lock It Up? Because it's the second single that's out, but you got a video to it, so and I'm sure people are crazy.
I'm grateful. Yeah, I'm grateful. I'm glad that like people even wanted that to happen with SZA and Duck.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm just grateful, man, for real. Like I don't know, because a lot of times you'll be working on music and you'll be in your head and you're like, yo, is people gonna like this? Are my like, and like I had a dumb idea, or like people that I work with or producers gonna like it. I'm like, I don't even like, honestly, I don't even care none of these producers like it. And not to be like that, but it's like I'm not making music for you. Like I'm making music for like when I was 16 and I listened to Food and Liquor, and I was literally just there, me and my friend were like studying the album. You know what I'm saying? Like studying the album, reading the credits, remaking the beat, like just like that's why I did, like that's what I'm doing music for. Like I don't. Whoever like, oh, in the industry don't like, I don't care, bro. It ain't for y'all. So it's all good.
I hear that.
it's for you know what I mean, it's for us.
What do you want your listeners to take from it though?
Man, to turn I can't swear here, but you're gonna have to bleep me out.
It's fine.
I want them to learn and to turn shit into sugar. That's it. Like flip it every time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it. You know
yeah, man. That's sick. All right, so what's next? Who you trying to work with next then?
My bad. I'm gonna work with I want to work with Frank Ocean.
Yeah.
I think we make some fire. I want to work with somebody from out there. His name is A.K. Paul.
A.K. Paul.
He's J. Paul's brother. You know who J. Paul is?
I know who J. Paul is, yeah. I didn't know he had a brother.
Yeah. Yo, let me tell you. A.K. Paul
check him out, then.
Yeah. I'm gonna send you this on SoundCloud link. And he's from out there. I don't know if they're signed to XL. I believe they are, or they were.
XL have the best, man.
Yeah.
They actually have some of the best.
Yo, you know what I just thought of too? I don't know if you saw, did you see the commercial for the project on IG? It was like a Super 8 commercial for Minus the Bullshit. I don't know if you saw it.
I don't know.
But
I don't think so.
that's Lupe's sister narrating the
Oh, swear.
so like I was like I didn't put it out there that it was her, but like
Yeah.
we were just talking about Food and Liquor, but yeah, that's his sister. Like you heard her on Food and Liquor, you heard her on
Yeah.
the Cool, like she's on there, and it was like very full circle. You know what I mean? Because that's
Yeah, that must have been for real.
it's back home. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That must have been real special for you.
Yeah, no, I definitely would. But going back to like, okay, I want to work with AK Paul, Frank Ocean, Mariba.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Oh shit. Who else? Kendrick would be fire too, but like
Kendrick's a goat, man.
Beyonce, I don't know. I mean,
Beyonce's the goat too.
But it's like I have more so like I'm more like ready just for whatever new artist is to come is gonna find me again because that's how it usually happens all the time.
Yeah.
They just like I'll just get hit up and then I'm like, oh, this is tight.
Yeah. Also, before I forget, I love the fact that you worked with Hamza.
Hamza, yeah, from the UK.
Hamza's
cold. I did me and Lowe's did a song for her. No, she's really, really, really amazing.
Yeah.
Her pen is crazy. Yeah, like,
disgusting.
Bro,
disgusting.
When I first met her, bro, like she gonna laugh. But when I first had a session with her, she was mad late. And because something happened, she was mad late. And I told Lowe's, like, bro, I'm about to leave, bro. I said, I'm about to leave. And she came in 3 minutes later. I said, yo, my bad. She's like, what you guys make? I'm like, here, we made a beat. And bro, I'm telling you, she in that booth, man. I was like, yo, she's different.
I'm so glad I stayed.
I said, bro, I'm so glad I didn't leave, bro.
Hamza's cold.
She went in there and said, what's up? Like, load another one. I said, yo, you're crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I get it, yo. You late, it's all good. Like, we good.
That's how they are. I feel like,
she's amazing, though.
She is, man. I feel like the songwriters and the singers over here, we've got so much more to prove, so we don't play.
I love it out there, and I'm gonna go out there. Like, I don't know when it's gonna be okay to go. But hopefully this year.
Hopefully.
I'm posting up for like 3 weeks. I'm about to go
you
there
have to, man.
At least 3 weeks, and just go out there, post up, make a bunch of music with a bunch of people out there, and just just vibe out.
That would be wavy. That would be so sick.
That'd be fire. I've only been there one time. And all I ate was Nando's because nobody put me on good food. So
Nando's is like if Americans come over, we're like, oh, you look hungry,
it's safe.
Cool. We'll take you Nando's. That's what we do. That's literally the safest bet.
I heard you got really fire Indian food though. So like
we do.
I'm with it. Like put me on, bro. I'm gonna come out there and put me on. You know
yeah, for real. When you come over, I got you. Food wise, got you. I got you.
For sure.
But yeah, man, that's pretty much all I wanted to catch up on. So what's next before you go?
What's next? I'm doing a project. We just finished up Orion's Son. She's got an EP.
Yeah.
And I was like really heavily involved in. And then what else is coming out? I got the merch line is dropping probably like Friday or whenever this comes out. It'll come out in a few days.
Sick.
What else? Man, it's a lot. It's just a lot. I don't know. I'm gonna just keep pushing this project for the whole summer, and then hopefully, it's doing what it's doing. And I'm just grateful that it's like being received like this, And I think that people can tell when it's genuine, and then they know it's
100%.
like, you just trying to force this. You trying to it's just like for real. I mean. So
this was a good find for me though. This one was like, oh. I remember when I first pressed play on it, I was like, oh.
How did you find? You just found it?
Yeah, I just found it. Like it just came up on Spotify basically, and I was walking down the road. I was heading to work. I was walking down the road doing my normal walk, and I was like, let me have a listen. And then the intro comes on. I was like, oh. I turned up my AirPods a little bit. Like, let me hear this properly. And then like it took me to work, and I've been banging it since. Man.
That's a dope find to have. Just like, kind of like, oh, it's time. I appreciate it so much for real. And but like I said, everything is already planned out, like what I'm doing. So like the next album's called Don't Grow Up Too Soon. And
sick.
And I'm gonna, and that's a whole other world and a whole other, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And everything's gonna be within this world. And that's just, it's important to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I love that.
For sure.
Well, I'm not going to take too much of your time, but thank you so much for having a chat with me.
Yo, man, this was really fire.
It
I really
was.
appreciate
We have to do this again when the next tape's out. Hopefully, we'll be doing it in person.
Oh, yeah, because this is about to be over. We're good.
Yeah, man.
Outside's open, baby.
Outside's open. I'm trying to be out here. So, yeah, man. But yeah, thank you again. Have a good day. I know you got the whole day ahead of you.
No, thank you so much. I'm going to hit you up. All
right, cool. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.